In our last episode, our group patched things up, sort of. After completing their first hunt, they awoke to find Perry donning many hats as he made everyone a Yeti breakfast. While eating together, Trip and Topknot are approached by Guinevere with a map, as well as Captain Garth Holbrook, who helps explain to them the various trails and outposts, as well as giving a few hints about the oasis. After stocking up and getting Ironhammer to wake up, they head out on the wintry trail, led by our druid in a beautiful horse body. After a few hours of traveling, a frost giant emerges from the brush and introduces himself to Ironhammer as Garamond, allowing him to join them on their journey south. They continue for a while longer before Trip spills over himself. While trying to tell his crew that he heard whispers, Topknot spotted a light in the distance. After investigating an isolated log cabin, Felix and Topknot decide to continue on, not wanting to disturb whoever is inside. However, before starting back off on the trail, a man of short stature emerges from the cabin, waving them back on. Returning, they are introduced as Oscar Plunkett, a hermit of his own accord. Oscar used to live in Cirrus before moving with his parents to the Illuminique outpost. Now, years after their passing, he lives alone in his cabin, albeit he won't be alone tonight as the Astral Surveillance Squad enters through the spruce threshold. Welcome back to Retrograde, a D&D campaign by Fudged Roll. I'm your DD, Derek Day, and joining me once again is Andrew Akers, Ty Sheets, Ian Jones. Are we skipping roll call today? And Jesse Wagner.
Let the record reflect that I was nodding.
Where we left off, you guys are basically just walking into Oscar's log cabin now, and it smells like death inside. When you enter, it's a pretty decent-looking abode. It's well kept. There are a few heavy bookcases lining the walls of his home. He has a large collection of books. You'll notice pretty close to the kitchen what is the bucket he was using to clean his clothes.
Relieve himself.
Yes, that too. That Felix heard earlier. And there are some muddy boots and torn clothes near the doorway.
What does Oscar look like? Did you describe his appearance?
He's shorter. He's got glasses like Topknot, skinny, a short beard, brown hair.
Oscar, your place definitely has a very peculiar scent to it.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Steve Urkel.
That's the smell of meat.
Can I do that?
What'd you do to your clothes?
I was just cleaning them up after the last hunt.
They look kind of ripped up.
What do you have?
Oh, yeah. Just from walking through the forest, and I'll hunt whatever I see.
But do you walk through razor blades?
Whatever you see. This guy's dropping mad hints. So you just live out here by yourself?
Yeah, probably for at least a decade now.
What happened to your parents?
They passed years ago.
Did you eat them?
Are there any chairs? Any chairs or anything?
He will point you guys towards a small table in the center of the cabin.
I'm going to take my hat off and put it on like a little coat hanger, or if there's like anything near the door that I can put it on.
Yeah, we'll say there's a hanger right inside.
I know that it's gross in here, but I'm going to take off my shoes as well to be polite.
He's actually going to tell you, you might want to leave them on.
Okay, fair enough.
When you look around, you see that some spots of the floor are still wet from him cleaning. He didn't want you to have wet socks.
That was very nice of you. Thank you.
Of course. If you would all like to take a seat, I can get dinner started soon.
Is there a vegetarian option?
If you brought vegetarian options with you.
Yeah, we did. We brought some stuff from the cart.
Got some cabbages still.
I'm going to take a seat.
I'd prefer to stand.
Garamond's just gonna stand next to Ironhammer.
Does he fit in there?
Yes, barely. He's hunched over.
So, Oscar, what do you do with your free time besides hunting? Do you play cards? I guess you're the only person here. Do you play solitaire?
Every single day of my life. From the moment I wake up, I play solitaire.
That's really sad.
I do like cards though. I mean, as you can see, there's plenty of books here that keeps me busy. But yeah, we can play a game of cards.
Yeah. I know.
He's gonna eat you if you lose.
Ironhammer, this kind man invited us into his house. He's so friendly. Why are you being so rude to him?
Can I ask Oscar if he drinks?
I do. I may have.
I'm gonna reach into my bag then and pull out potions, and I'm just gonna pretend to take a sip and hand it over to him, and be like, "Here, have some hooch."
What, a potion? I mean, I was gonna say I have bottles of ale and wine in the back, but
Yeah, this is my it's my little concoction that I made.
Trip, is it okay if I have some too?
I mean, if your friend's thirsty, go ahead. I don't mind.
Sure.
He'll hand it over to Top Knot.
I am going to drink some.
I mean, we're here for the night, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. If you'd like to.
Yeah, let's. I think that we should get drunk and play cards.
Yeah, I'm already drunk.
Where'd you? Oh, that's right. You have beer.
It's seemingly never-ending supply of it.
Wait, are you?
Yeah.
And you've been drinking?
You did drinking.
So yes, drinking. And Felix has Garamon's little flask.
So are we using intoxication effects?
Oh yeah, we can. I mean, the first question though is what color is the liquid that Top Knot is about to sip?
I don't remember what the color is that we assigned to this one, but I'll shoot you over a message of which one.
Wait, it's not alcohol. I'm just drinking a potion.
Yeah, there was
Hold
probably
on.
a plan behind this, but
Hold on. If it's a clearly non-alcoholic color, then I'm gonna recognize it as not being alcohol, right?
Well, it's like clear. So think of like vodka.
Well, vodka.
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 Is it clear?
Yeah, we'll say it's clear.
yeah.
It is now.
It's a potion.
Yeah, it's a potion.
So am I just sipping this thing thinking it's a drink that we're gonna share, or am I just downing this entire potion?
Over the teeth and past the gums.
Look out, belly, here it comes.
Let's come back a little bit. And in character, Top Knot, are you asking if it's a potion?
No, I thought it was alcohol.
Okay, well then you think you still think it is, unless you are actually questioning it.
I don't think I've seen clear alcohol. I've only seen like mead and ale. So this is a new experience for me. I'm gonna take it before I drink it. I'm gonna turn to Trip and I'm gonna say,
What kind of drink is this? The good stuff?
Trip, roll me a persuasion.
Before you say anything.
17.
Yeah, so whatever you want to.
I'm gonna say no. It's the good stuff. But I'm gonna shake my head yes and say no and say it's the good stuff.
insight check. Not great. 7.
Oh yeah, it's the good stuff.
I did that switched. I was saying yes, it's the good stuff, but shaking my head no at him, trying to make him not drink it.
With his low insight, he thinks it is the good stuff, though.
Is this for us to share, or is this just for me?
To share.
Oh, well, I don't want to be rude, Oscar.
It's polite to let our guests drink first.
It's polite to drink before our guest. I'm gonna. Oscar, I'll drink some with you, but do you want to have some first?
I mean, like I said, I've got aged bottles in the back. If you guys want to drink what you've got, I don't mind.
Do you just want your stuff, or do you want to try our stuff?
I mean, I'll wait for now.
All right, fair enough.
And I'm just gonna drink the whole bottle.
The whole bottle.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I was going to give you a choice. You didn't have to drink the whole thing.
I'm just looking at this just in like disbelief that it's happening. And
Can I roll a perception to see if I can see Trip, like the way Trip's reacting?
all the color from
Well,
my face just
so
vanished.
Felix is an alchemist as well, right? Would he recognize the contents of this bottle?
Felix would recognize, dealing with potions and herbs, that nothing in that kind of glass vial is
If
alcoholic.
it's his gimmick. What if it's a gimmick, though?
I rolled a 22,
Every brewery
by the
has
way.
a gimmick.
Oh,
So I definitely realized that Trip is not happy about Tom not drinking it. Can I roll a medicine check to see if I could identify the liquid before Top Knot drank it?
Yeah, of course. Especially with that book of potions you have now.
22.
damn, high roller.
You notice Trip's face grimace. You take a step into the kitchen, just kind of fiddling through your vegetables, but you also pull out your book. You do a quick flip, and when you see what it is, you're kind of pissed at Top Knot.
Turns out it was a potion of infinite gold.
I drank the whole thing.
First thing, Ironhammer, can you roll me a Constitution disadvantage?
Okay, my first roll was a 14, and my second roll, was a 5.
Okay, so right now I'm going to give you, you are now intoxicated.
What? I'm a functioning alcoholic.
Not with you drinking all day on the trail. Right now, I was just going to give him liquid courage.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, advantage against fright, that would work.
Yeah. So, Ian, I don't know if you see the same thing, but it gives you a couple advantages as well as disadvantages. Roll a d4, and you get one of them.
3.
Okay, so you get advantage on saving throws made against fire.
Right. Okay.
Which might come in handy if we're fighting an actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Disadvantage on wisdom and dexterity saving throws and intelligence and wisdom ability checks. Well, that's fine. I never passed dexterity saving throws anyway, so is that really a big disadvantage?
Oscar would tell Trip, yeah, no problem. He'll walk away for a second to go grab the bottles. So Top Knot, you take down this whole bottle as Oscar goes to grab some actual alcohol. You swallow the clear liquid. It doesn't really burn at all, even though it's a decent amount. Yeah, it's very smooth. It's some good stuff. You down it. You hand the vial back to Trip. You have a little bit of a burp just because the amount that you just took in, but you don't feel drunk at all.
What was the taste like?
Almost nothing. Like kind of syrupy, honestly.
It's just thick water.
Basically, yeah.
What is this?
Needless to say, we're going to have an interesting night.
I'm very excited. I'll be right back.
So Oscar will return from, I'll say, the backyard with 4 bottles of all dark reds. He'll say, "These are good. These are vintage. 613.
613. I'll take some of that. I remember it well.
I think I might try a little bit of yours because Trip, whatever the stuff you gave me, I'm sorry to say maybe it went bad or something, but I don't feel a thing.
So you said 613?
Yeah.
Huh. That's a couple hundred years ago, or a little bit over 100 years ago, right?
Yes. I believe it's something my parents, well, I guess I could say my grandparents passed down to my parents.
And you're willing to share that with us? How much of it do you have?
A decent amount. I mean, as you can see, I really don't get that many visitors.
True.
It's very nice of you to want to share this with us.
So, Top Knot, when were you born?
That's a good question.
What were we, 576?
Yes. So whatever your age is minus that.
Like 555, 557, right around there.
So I thought maybe this alcohol was older than you. But I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, we're all pretty old.
As you guys are chatting amongst yourselves, Oscar will hand each of you a glass of red wine. If you're all
Did we
interested.
watch him pour the wine?
Yeah, he was just right at the table.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have some wine, I guess.
I'm going to take it and smell the bouquet.
Swish it around a little bit.
Felix, you swish around your snifter. You take a big huff, and it is.
They're red or white?
It's red. It's a dark red. I'm gonna call it decadent.
Decadent.
It's sweet, but it's like a heavy sweet, almost chocolatey.
Kind of like a port.
Yes, a port, exactly. Not as like a dark port almost.
What should we toast to?
Any port in the storm.
Top Knot, you ask, what should we toast to? And Garamond responds,
Friends.
but again, only Ironhammer hears that. And Oscar kind of freaks the fuck out.
So can Garamond understand common but can't speak it?
Correct.
So
Yes. Yeah. In the last game, I think I said he doesn't
speak common,
but
yeah.
he can hear you.
Does he hear everything, or does he just get like bits and pieces that confuse him?
Yeah, exactly. Bits and pieces and whatever he chooses to listen.
Ironhammer, what did he say?
I say what he said, but in giant.
So you just scream at them too?
Yes.
I take a moment, I look at Oscar and shrug, and then I go,
Scream.
and then I drink.
Oscar will also scream in return.
I'm gonna raise my glass and scream too.
Damn, we're on a scream.
yeah, we're all just screaming.
Wow, and we're not even drunk yet. How about that?
Speak for yourself.
You guys will all raise a glass and tip it back. A couple sips, and it's very thick, surprisingly, but it is tasty.
Blood.
No, it doesn't taste irony, right? It's like
Does it taste like wine?
Yeah, it tastes like wine. It's just thick from the
We're
years.
just like so suspicious of this guy.
He's not doing anything.
This very obvious murderer.
This is a creepy cabin in the woods with a bunch of dead things surrounding it. So there is that.
Oh my gosh, this is delicious.
Oh, thank you. I haven't had it in a while, but it is very tasty.
You brew this yourself, or your grandparents, whatever you said.
I don't think my grandparents brewed it. They've just had a bunch in supply.
It's very good.
I will start the roast now, if you guys are hungry.
Oh, I definitely could eat, but I feel kind of bad because you're providing all this stuff to us, but we have nothing for you.
You have nothing for me? Get the fuck. No, don't worry. You guys are travelers. I'm really just interested in your story.
I mean, maybe while we're telling you our story, I could try to make you something, because I like to build things. Is there anything in particular that maybe you want me to try to make, something that would make your life easier?
Oh, good question. I mean, I guess anything that could help with hunting, foraging, whatever.
What's your weapon of choice?
Just a knife, unfortunately.
You hunt.
Okay.
I see you like to get up close and personal with the things you hunt.
Yeah, that's why I've got so many rips and tears.
I think I can do something with that.
And over the next course of whatever amount of time, I want to kind of go through his hut looking for like essential like scrap metal and things that I could use with his permission to try to build him something.
God, I have so many spells I could have used in this situation if I only would have taken them.
Yeah, he will allow you to look around. He'll tell you probably find the most out back.
Okay, I'm going to go out back and look around while whatever else is going on.
Yeah, if you just want to roll me an investigation real quick.
23.
As Topknot is scavenging and Oscar is cooking, is there anything else you guys want to do?
I'm going to go down into his cellar where he keeps his alcohol, or the back of his house, and inspect the goods. Yeah,
like I said, I'm going to put the alcohol container in the back. However, Ironhammer, if you want to roll me a perception.
19.
So you get up. Oh, I guess you don't get up. You're still standing. You set your glass down and go to look for the wine, not freezer, I guess just cabinet at this point. You do spot a cellar door in the far corner, but you exit and go into the backyard.
He keeps his alcohol in the backyard.
Yes. Just because it's a small cabin.
I inspect the goods.
I guess he sees me out there then, right? Just looking around, scavenging.
Oh, Ironhammer, you come out to help me.
I just here to drink.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
He leaves it unlocked. He's not too afraid of anybody coming and stealing. You can open the wooden door, and inside are, like he said, about a dozen or so more bottles of dark red liquid.
I'm satisfied.
Do you take any or just leave?
I'll take a bottle, but not like sneaky. I'm not gonna steal it. Bring it out to the others.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Oscar said you guys could have another one of those? That's crazy.
He said take as much as we want.
He did not say that.
He is so nice.
Very generous.
Felix, what would you like to do with your vegetation? As Oscar is cooking the roast, what would you like to do with your food?
I'm going to just make a salad.
Yeah, I'll say you just line up right next to him as he's getting the meat ready. You finally chop all your ingredients and you can make a bowl. Trip, how about you?
I'm just gonna kind of sit there and just socialize with everyone. There's not really anything on my agenda. I'm more concerned about Top Knot. So.
Yeah, nothing is kicked in yet.
No, not yet.
I'm nervous.
Trip, do you want to roll me a perception also?
So 12 plus 6 is 18.
Okay. Yeah, as you're sitting at the table looking around, you notice all of the collection of books, and you can also spot the cellar door in the corner that Ironhammer saw. What you also see are a couple of used rags just right before you reach the kitchen, just off to the side, balled up. Oscar will say, dinner should be ready pretty soon.
So there was used rags that were balled up.
Yeah, in the corner, right before you reach the kitchen. Oscar just says that dinner will be ready very soon.
Are the used rags discolored at all?
Do an investigation this time.
15, 7, 22.
Yeah. You can tell they are a dark brown red color. You'd imagine they'd be discolored, but you're not sure what they started off as.
I'm just glad it wasn't like a cum rag or anything, so.
Not that one. That's another pile.
So dinner's going to be ready. Can I just look at the trap door and see if it's like, I'm not going to open it to go in, but just see if there's a way to open it.
Yeah, I'll say you can get up and from the table and go over to it, look around. It just looks like a typical bar lock. Nothing else keeping it shut.
Hey, Oscar, what's down here?
Oh, that's just my equipment.
What kind of equipment?
For hunting, traps.
I thought you just use a knife.
Yeah, he traps him and then he knifes him.
Yeah, I do use a knife. That's clothes and stuff too.
Okay.
Top Knot, would you like to do your tinkering now or
yes.
after dinner?
So I am interested in attempting to create a version of one of these. I don't know if you guys have seen this video. I just sent it out. It's the one where there's the robot trying to feed the mannequin chips, and then it just like smacks it in the face a whole bunch of times. I want to build something like that, but with a knife. That's just like...
Oh, what the fuck?
You're helping him murder us easier.
Yep.
No, I'm helping him out.
You're making him like a spider drone with a knife.
Well, not even just a contraption like that you would put a knife into, and it just does one of these.
So you wouldn't have to put a knife. It could just be an empty hand like this.
Yeah. It's like a
right.
It's like something that would. Something like
So it's a jerk it off machine.
Yeah. That's what
I wasn't gonna say it.
I guess. Yeah. I guess you could use it. I want to use, I guess. And like the inside of the little thing will be full with like the any hide or like fur that I could find while I'm out in the backyard. You know?
All right. Roll me a tinker check.
Jesus.
We're done with this.
All right. I rolled a 19, 14 plus 5.
Yeah, it's the easiest thing you've ever made. It just falls out of your brain.
And then I bring it in.
I made you this, Mr. Oscar, sir.
What's it run on? How does it move? What?
It's a perpetual motion machine.
That's a good question. I don't know what the power source would be.
I'm going to say it's kinetic energy, and it's almost like the Energizer Bunny, so it just never stops.
Just constantly swinging back and forth.
It's constantly doing this.
Does it look like a hand or?
No, it's just like a solid, like one of these. But
you have to, you can stop it, but anything like, if you want it to get going again, you just push down on it. Then that's when you get the motion started. If you want to arrest it, you just hold on to it, make it stop. And,
it's like one of those drinking birds.
Yeah, it's like that. It moves, but it's a lot quicker. It's much quicker.
Like a drinking bird on cocaine.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought my dinner was impressive, but wow, I am ecstatic.
It only took me like 10 minutes.
That's even more impressive and probably not possible.
Did we see where he got the meat from?
Yeah, God forbid we don't want to end up eating a person or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, I think I would know about that person.
You're not eating people. Yeah, you could see the meat on the kitchen counter when you first walked in.
And it was clearly not people meat.
I mean, roll a nature check.
Jesus, my nature skills actually. Oh wait, no, my nature skills not bad. Oh, it doesn't matter because I rolled a 3.
Yeah, it could be people. You don't know.
It could be people. It could be buffalo.
I asked Garamond if he's ever eaten a person. He's a giant. I don't know. Do giants eat people in D&D?
I mean, I don't think they'd be opposed to it.
Okay, I'll ask him if he's ever eaten a person. In giant.
Yes, a few times. Growing up, just kind of it's a cultural thing.
Does this look like people meat to you?
No, that does not look like people to me.
All right, I trust you, Garamond.
He had to roll a check also.
Shit. So it could still be people meat.
It still could be people.
It's definitely fucking people meat.
All right, well, I trust Garamond, so it's not people meat to me anymore.
I'm going to set my little contraption off in the corner and just say,
You can use it whenever you're ready, whenever you want.
You're ready.
Whenever you feel all hot and bothered.
Whenever.
I'll use it right now at the table.
You could use it to like cut the meat up, like just stabbing motions. It's like a sewing machine.
So Oscar will return to the table with his beautiful roast, and Felix, you will sit down with your bowl of salad.
"Ooh, did you toss it yourself?"
Yeah, I tossed my salad myself. I didn't have a salad tossing machine.
Oh, Felix, if you want to, you could put some of your salad in the machine that I built here, and it could toss it for you.
He will slice off a portion for each of you, except for Felix. There's still a giant remainder for our favorite giant, Garamond. So what brings you all here? Just this area?
Oh, adventuring and stuff.
Oh, you're adventurers. Where have you been to?
Yeah, we woke up in these crazy pods like after 200 years, and now we're scavenging the lands for these crazy creatures. Hey, do you mind if I look at some of your library books?
What do you mean you just woke up 200 years in the future and are now just looking around?
Yeah, so we all woke up in this weird cave, right? And we had like no idea how we got there, and we couldn't even remember our first names for a while. But then I remembered my name just like yesterday. It was really weird. And yeah, it was crazy. Like we're trying to figure out like what's going on. We don't recognize anything or anyone, and we have no idea how we got here. And it's crazy, really.
Wow. Well, I hope you've met some friendly strangers along the way.
No one quite as friendly as you, Oscar.
This guy's definitely a fucking murderer.
Thank you. Top Knot, what was it? Was that it?
Oh, you can call me Hog Job.
Top knot. You may look around at my books if you'd wish. After dinner's fine.
Before I put the other bottle of wine on the table that I took from his backyard.
Before he gets to the after dinner's fine part, I'm already up and over at the library.
Okay, that's fine too.
I want to see if there's any books in a writing similar to the books that we've seen or the writing that we've seen.
You can roll a investigation.
Ooh, I rolled a natural 19, 24.
So it takes a while everybody's eating. It's a good 15, 20 minutes or so looking through his various bookcases. But eventually you do come upon a small, almost pamphlet, short story size book with those hazy, blurry inscriptions.
The same one as what we found in the Tyrant's base.
Same inscriptions and stuff, not the exact same book.
What about the inscriptions that we saw on the dragon statues and on the ruins of the buildings that we saw in Illuminique?
Yes, yeah. I think we mentioned this a couple games ago. It's been a while. But those inscriptions from the statues and the plaques are the same.
Oh, same language.
Language, we'll say, but it's still blurry.
Guys.
And I'm going to run over with the book and I'm going to look over to Oscar and I'm going to say, "Do you know how to read this? Do you know what this is?"
No, I've had that since I was a child.
What do you know about it? Where did you get it from?
Gwen gave it to me.
Gwen from the outpost?
Yes.
What did she say when she gave it to you?
Keep it safe.
She didn't say anything else? She didn't say...
And I'm gonna reach into my pack and I'm gonna pull out the little sketching things that I've done. And I'm gonna show him and I'm gonna say,
"We've been seeing this kind of language written in a whole bunch of different places. You don't know where it originated from? You don't know anything about it?"
No, I have no idea. She gave it to me. She said she found it in the cave up north. I have no idea how to read it, though.
Do you know why she gave it to you? I mean, that's kind of weird, right? You were just a kid at the time?
We just took a liking to each other. I mean, she was almost a mentor.
Old ass Gwen?
Old ass Gwen. Fine ass, old ass Gwen.
I'm going to set the book off to the side and I'm going to...
Do you mind if after dinner, if I copy down some of the pages in this? I'm just trying to get as many words and things from this language as I can to try to better understand it in the future.
That's fine with me. I mean, I can't read it.
Well, I know she told you to keep it safe. It doesn't really seem to be serving much of a purpose here. Do you think there's any way that I'd be able to take it with me when I leave?
Why don't we finish our dinner and see how the night goes?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm going to set push the book further off and put my papers back in my pack.
Yeah, the food looks delicious. Let's eat.
You join them as they are pretty much finishing eating.
I'm eating quick. Like I'm just...
This is so good.
So on your journeys, how do you take care of yourselves?
Don't really. To be perfectly honest.
I mean, obviously, no one really bathes around here, but...
Fuck you!
Food, drink-wise, what do you guys... Are you guys also hunters, or what do you do?
We're more of consumers.
We rely on the kindness of strangers.
We buy ration packs and we just kind of eat those.
Okay.
And also steal the hospitality of strangers. Hospitality.
Wow, you said that out loud. That's really fucked up.
Hey, I don't consider this stealing. I guess my real question is, what would you do if there was just no food around?
God, this guy's so creepy.
I forage. So I'm a vegetarian, so I just eat whatever edible things I find.
That makes sense. I guess my question doesn't really apply to you. He gives you kind of a scowl.
Disgusting vegetarian freak.
I'm with my mouth full of food.
We could definitely go hunting.
That's good to hear. Yeah, it's just something on my mind. I don't run into many travelers around, especially up here.
My mind, what would you do if there was no food?
Would you kill one of your friends? Would you eat them?
That question keeps me awake at night as well.
Is that where the question's going? Cannibalism? We'd eat the smallest one.
Why do you ask?
He literally just fucking told us.
just because he's been thinking about it.
Just one of those questions. I mean, when I sit here alone night after night, I just come up with things to ask.
Sometimes I think about death too.
What would you do if clothes were illegal?
I think I'd be fine, honestly.
You'd probably, it gets pretty cold here. You probably would die. You'd be so cold.
Yeah, but I've also got most of these fur rugs. As you look around, there's different like we'll say like bearskin rugs and stuff. I'd find some way. I mean, honestly, if I go outside most of the time, I'd rather not have clothes on anyway. It's just mainly because of the cold.
What would you do if you woke up 200 years and you had no idea where you were?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, if I'm by myself, I just keep doing what I already do.
What is it that you do?
Live.
Have you ever heard of an astral before?
Sorry, what?
An astral?
Gwen's mentioned it, but
She mentioned it by name?
it was decades ago.
Decades. Wasn't this guy only 30?
He's like mid-30s when he was a kid.
What did she say about him? This is really good, by the way.
Oh, thank you. She had an odd feeling about them. She said it saved her once, but it also did not look friendly.
Did she say they were slimy?
Yes.
And hypothetically, if someone were to kill one, would it be a good thing or a bad thing? Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Actually, what did we do with the body of the astral when we came to the cabin?
Covered in the cart, tucked away.
Oh, no, it was in the cart, yeah.
It's like in between
That's right.
the brush.
I forgot that we hit it.
Yeah. If you killed one, I guess it would just depend on who you ask.
Asking you?
Personally, I have no feelings, good or bad, towards them. I've never seen one.
Hey, Oscar, you're pretty acquainted with, like, animals and stuff since you killed so many?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Would you be able to, like, identify a dead creature? Like, would you be able to tell maybe what kind of diet it had and, like, where it lived and, like, what its hopes and dreams were and stuff?
Everything except for maybe that last one, yes. Why do you ask?
Well, I know Ironhammer was speaking in hypotheticals, but we totally killed a astral. It's dead outside.
Okay.
Can I have more of your wine?
Sure. He'll tip the bottle, kind of like shaking a little bit, and fill your glass back up.
I feel so open around you.
I guess you guys really are hunters then.
Yeah, I told you.
Actually, I'm a man of God.
So, if you went outside and took a look at the body of this thing, do you think you could tell us the things that, like, you know, important things about it and stuff?
I could do my best. I mean, like I said, it's never a creature I've seen, but just based off the body, I might be able to give you some information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like spitting acid and stuff.
Acid?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep my distance, but...
You know what a cat is, right?
Not spitting acid anymore. We killed it.
Yeah. But it's like, you know what a cat is, right? It's like one of those.
You know, a big slimy cat.
Of course I know what a cat is. Do you know what a cat is?
Yeah, there's one outside. Once we finish eating, I'll take you out there. We can take a look at it.
He's going to look over towards the four of you, Garamond included, and just kind of like, what's the word?
Sigh,
but like kind of narrow his eyebrows and look at you all like, what is he talking about?
I put a comforting hand on his shoulder and just pat him on the back.
We'll say a few minutes later, you guys are finishing up and cleaning up the dishes. If you're ready, we can go take a look at this thing.
Thank you again for dinner.
Of course, no problem.
Yeah, let's go take a look at this thing.
And I'm going to finish off my most recent glass of wine.
Okay. Do any of you guys follow behind, or are you just staying inside?
When they go outside, I'm going to go into the trapdoor.
Okay.
I'm going to follow Top Knot.
I'm gonna bring Garamond with me too. Can Garamond go deeper into the house, or is it too small?
It's too small. Garamond will he'll stand watch up top, but he can't go down.
I'm gonna go with Iron Hammer.
Garamond, you know the signal. When you see him coming back,
just
Yeah, just say anything, really.
Garamond, do you remember the signal word that I taught you?
Safe word is pineapples.
Pineapples.
All right. You know what to do. Watch the door.
Aye, Captain.
All right. To the trap door.
Okay. You and Felix can easily open the trap door and start heading downstairs. It is dark as the night. However, you both have night vision or dark vision, so you don't really have to worry about that. Yes, you guys can descend the ladder and enter into his secret bunker, I guess. Top Knot and Trip and Oscar exit the cabin, making sure to avoid the traps right out front. And you guys can lead him to the cart in the brush off the side of the trail.
Now get ready. This is going to be the scariest cat you've ever seen.
Should I have my knife with me?
No, we killed it pretty good. I stabbed it.
I'm kidding. I always have my knife. Don't worry.
I stabbed it with my knife. I stabbed it right in the head.
I always have.
As we're walking out to the cart too,
have you ever heard of New Haven before?
Oh, yeah, of course.
What do you know about New Haven? Because we visited that place too.
I don't have good opinions. I could say that. Almost everybody in Cirrus doesn't really associate with them.
Well, the people in Cirrus were kind of elitist. They didn't really like anyone who lived on the ground. So I didn't want to take any of their word for anything when it came to that kind of stuff.
That's true. Especially if you talk to Claude. I mean, he has family in New Haven. I mean, living by myself, I don't really have anything against them. It's not like I've ever interacted with them. But there is some horrible stuff they have done to us.
Yeah, that's what we've heard.
He will walk around the side of the cart, just kind of admiring the creature that you brought. He's wide-eyed and almost filled to the brim with excitement, seeing this new creature. This is fascinating. Do you mind if I take a sample?
No, not at all. We're kind of interested in seeing what kind of food this cat ate and anything else that we can learn about it, really.
Oh, of course. He will pull out his giant knife, kind of like a Bowie knife, and just start digging into this thing in the stomach, just ripping cuts out of it, as if he's done this every single day of his life.
I'm going to look away just a little bit because it kind of makes me a little sick.
He will throw pretty much everything he cuts into a bag that he brought outside with him. Is this the only one you've seen? I mean, there's some information, but...
We fought off some smaller cats too, but this is the one that we decided to take back with us.
He's going to look at Trip quick. He knows these aren't cats, right?
No, he believes that they are cats. I've tried to explain to him, but...
I'm right here, and I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. It's very clearly a cat.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to look over at Trip and say,
told you so.
Well, if you've seen smaller ones, I can tell you this one looks to be very mature for its age.
Can you tell how old it is? Can you count the rings?
Well, I mean, this isn't a tree, so I can't count the rings, but based off the head, if you look towards the top, you can see its color's fading a bit, so it must be an elder. I would say it's got to be hundreds of years old.
Hundreds, maybe Older than 200 years old?
I would have to say so. I mean, if you look at the scarring all along its body, it's been in many battles.
Trip, this thing's older than we are. Trip.
It is.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
Okay. Is there anything else you can tell us? Any kind of weaknesses maybe that this thing has, or what kind of food it ate? Did it eat people? I bet it ate people. Cats are the worst.
It definitely could have. Unfortunately, with the amount of acid in its bile, there's not much I can tell by food wise. There is something interesting here though, as he rubs his thumb across its 3 kind of eye sockets. Yeah, if you look at this pink film almost comes straight off into my hand. He'll hand it to you.
I still have 1 more empty flask, or 3 more empty glass vials. So I'm just gonna have him put it in one of the vials.
Does it look like gum?
Nope, she want it.
No, it does not look like gum. It's kind of like a hardened film, almost like plastic.
Do we know what plastic is?
No, you guys probably wouldn't.
Can I hold it up to my eye?
You know what? Let me say kind of like resin. Yeah, you can hold it up to your eye.
Does it change like what I'm seeing?
Just the hue. Everything has a pink hue to it, but that's about it.
Does it seem... What time is it now? It's like getting later, right?
Yeah, I'd say it's about 6 or 7.
Is it getting darker at this point?
Yeah, definitely.
Through the film, does it look lighter?
No, just a pink hue.
Damn it. I was going to make myself night vision goggles. And it doesn't change my view of... I don't see anything different when I look at Trip and Oscar. They still look the same to me?
Yeah, no, absolutely nothing's changed besides you now see a pink, almost like a pink film.
One last thing. I want to pull out one of the papers from my pack again and see if the wording looks different through the film.
One of the papers.
Yeah, one of the ones, the sketching.
The sketching?
Yes.
Yeah, you pull out the sketching, you look through the film, but again, no difference.
I was hoping maybe you'd be able to let me understand the language or something. That's fine. Disappointed. I put it back in my pack, and then I put the film in my pack as well.
Are you going to eat that thing?
What thing?
The bits of the astral that you're taking. You going to eat it?
What if I do?
Well, I'm just wondering if you're going to be eating it sooner or later. These things can carry diseases. Like, you know how cats carry diseases? I think this one, because it's so old, it could have a lot of diseases. So maybe not. Maybe don't eat it because it might make you sick.
I've done enough hunting. I think I can know what makes me sick and what doesn't make me sick. Don't worry about me.
When I lived in my town and everyone was getting sick, and we were like, you got to wear masks, and no one wanted to wear masks. And
fuck you.
People in my town thought they couldn't get sick either, and then they did.
Well, if I do, it's my fault.
Fair enough. All right. I think that's all we had out here then. We can maybe start heading back. But I don't know, maybe we can stay out here and enjoy being outside for a little longer. Is there anything cool around here that you can point out? Give us a little tour
of his little nestled home.
Yeah, like if there's any cool trees or like anything you want to point out. Like, we're visitors, we're tourists.
Yeah, like any spots of interest, like over here, like you wrestled a bear or.
Yeah. Did you see that one bearskin rug in the living room?
Yeah.
Yeah, that rock over there. He'll point to the far right corner. That's where I bashed its brains in after stabbing it multiple times. Is that a fun story?
I liked it.
Tell it again.
Tell the story again.
Tell it again, but tell it slower.
And then we can switch over to the other group.
Slower. Well, I went over another story about that rock.
Slower.
First time I lost my virgin. So when you guys enter the basement.
The first time you lost have you lost it several times? Is that what?
Hey, baby, when you live alone, it's always the first time.
True.
But yeah, maybe we can continue spending more time outside.
I'm just waiting to switch over to the other guys and have us not show up halfway.
Yeah, we can switch over.
Fine, dude. We gotta guard.
You guys descend down the ladder. It's pitch black. You can see with your dark vision. You turn around. You guys see a bunch of flowers.
I don't like this.
Along the walls and the we'll say there's a couple tables as well.
They're just like the floor is totally covered in flowers, or they're like growing up the wall.
So funny thing, they're not growing; they're pressed.
Oh, like a shitty wallpaper.
Sort of like a shitty wallpaper. He's also got some collections on the tables.
He's actually just a really gentle guy.
They're just wild flowers
that he found in the frozen tundra.
Mm-hmm. That and along the trails.
There's nothing suspicious.
Do you want to roll me a wisdom check?
Yes, I would love to do that because I have a very high wisdom. 19.
You can tell when Oscar was talking about his basement, he was lying about the hunting equipment.
Well, we know that now because we're in the basement.
Obviously, yeah. You basically you can just tell that he was kind of keeping this stuff a secret.
Did he sound embarrassed? Was it embarrassment?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Just trying to hide whatever was down there.
So all we see are flowers and a table?
On the table was the collection of more pressed flowers in like a scrapbook. And the far end of the room, it's pretty narrow, kind of short. There is, it's a door with, I'll say just a simple lockbox on it.
Is it locked?
Yes, it is locked. I was going to say keypad, but then I was like, no, you can't have a keypad in this universe. So I was trying to figure out what I was thinking of.
Is it like a combination lock or is it like a key lock?
Keyhole.
Combination lock, kind of like a padlock.
I'm going to try
How thick is the door?
It's pretty heavy. If you remember in the intro, the front door was spruce. This door looks like to be oak.
Mm-hmm. And Garamond definitely can't fit in the cellar.
No. He can't even make it down.
Damn.
I'm going to try to just walk over and put in a random combination and see if it opens.
Just roll me a D20. No checks.
16.
No. What combination did you try?
I do it a million more times until I brute force it.
Four numbers.
4 numbers?
Shit. That's a lot of variance.
2, 4, 7, 9.
No.
Was he close?
Yeah, definitely. You could tell.
You're almost there. You almost got it. There's no numbers lying around? He didn't write the password on a sticky note and put it on like the door frame?
Turn the lock around and see if it's etched in it.
Yeah. Damn, I should have taken Zone of Truth. Then I could just ask him what it was and you couldn't lie.
Roll me an investigation.
My investigation's really poop though. Oh, 17.
11.
Felix, you don't notice anything looking around. You're just trying more combinations, but you can't seem to get it. Iron Hammer, you inspect the walls and the table, the different flowers, and you notice that the flowers only come in 3 colors: orange, blue, and red.
Did he use the colors of the flowers to write it on his wall? The combination?
No, looking around, you see there is no distinct order or anything. You just notice the 3 colors.
Orange, blue, red. 6, 4, 3. Maybe how the letters. Fuck, dude.
6430.
Try it.
Oh, you're just trying that?
Okay.
Roll me a perception. Whoever's trying the lock.
14.
You're not super adept at unlocking these kind of locks, but I will say you can tell you got the first and the last pins, we'll say.
Oh, so 6 and 0. 6, 3, 4, 0. Switch them.
I
around.
also try that.
What was the first one you did?
6, 4, 3, 0.
Okay. Yeah, you try that. Same thing, just the first and last.
And the flower, they're not arranged in any discernible pattern.
No.
What about the ones on the table? Are they the same colors?
Yeah, I had. Yeah, those are the same colors.
Well, we got 2 out of 4. We could just brute force the other 2.
If you guys want to roll me one more investigation.
5.
11.
Felix, again, you don't really notice anything. You're just kind of picking up what Ironhammer is saying. You don't even really know what colors are. But Ironhammer, you're able to tell that there are twice as many blue as there are orange and red.
8. Try 8. 6, 8, 3, 0.
No.
6, 4, 4, 0.
No. There are, I'll tell you, there are 11 red and 11 orange.
6, 1, 1, 0.
No.
6, 2, 2, 0.
The lock clicks open.
was that actually the answer? He was giving that to us.
That was actually the answer.
I mean, I'd hope so because they went through every other number.
So the lock clicks open. You guys are now able to open the door. In the meantime,
Oscar,
yes.
what is the biggest thing that you've ever killed?
Show me exactly where it happened.
The biggest? I mean,
Yeah.
probably either a buffalo or maybe like a smaller not polar bear.
Buffalo. What kind of buffaloes living up in these mountains?
You killed him with a knife?
The frost buffalo. Yes.
Dude, that's crazy. What's the
Yeah.
First thing you ever killed?
You should have seen. I'm not done yet.
Guy's like hiding under his table.
What is happening?
The first thing I ever killed was probably a cat up in Cirrus.
You killed the cat?
Yeah, not that cat, but a cat.
Not that one specifically, obviously. I mean, we killed that cat.
Not even specifically, but generally. But yeah, I killed a cat.
What was your
Yeah.
childhood like? Did you have any moments of tragedy that would incline you to murder a bunch of things?
I've just always been really good at killing.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
I don't want to give you anything, but I'm going to say you can roll an insight check if you want to.
I'm hammered. So I'll roll an insight with disadvantage. Ooh.
You want me
shit.
to roll an insight?
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey Ty,
Let's let Trip roll the insight.
could Top not change the subject? Since he was asked a direct question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can
Just
do whatever I
asking.
want.
Yeah, I guess that's a DM thing. I'll just cut that bit out.
Wait, cut what bit out?
I was asking you what you first killed.
I know. I figured that was all in game, and then my response to that was just repeating Trip's question.
I mean, that's fine with me.
Well,
I mean, if anyone wants to press it, by all means. But I mean, Ironhammer. I mean, Top Don's just not gonna freely share that info. He's just a little bit drunk, so he's sharing a little bit.
so should we tell him?
I mean, we can tell him out of game. That's up to you.
Yeah.
Wait, does he not know?
No, I have no idea what's happening.
You still? Oh shit! I'm sorry. I thought you picked up on it.
I thought you did too.
I did too, because like he's been brutally honest. Like
I figured it was something. I figured it was something that had to do with that, but no one told me anything. I was just using the alcohol. Is it a truth serum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
Why didn't nobody tell me that?
the way you were answering during dinner, I was like, oh, he knows.
Yeah,
what it is. You even said Top Knot feels like he wants to tell the truth. I was like, oh.
He figured.
Okay, so he's in the story. He's got it.
I was just using the alcohol as like why. But that's shit. Okay.
So Oscar will say, what's your first kill?
It was a person.
What?
It was
The first thing you killed was a person.
I didn't even know this.
It was a human person.
How old were you? How'd you do it?
Tell me all the details. First, let me go get the machine.
So Top Knot is speaking truthfully, but now he's kind of it's more somber. And I'm gonna pull out my lightning stick and
Zap them real good.
I invented this shortly before I ran away from home. The farm was, I owed a lot of money after my mom died to some not good people. And on the day that I decided to run away, I couldn't take any of the main roads. I had to take kind of like a path through the woods. But before I got there, I had to cross like a creek. And the people that I owed the money to, I think they must have known that I was going to try to run away. And so they had people that were watching the house. And as I was trying to cross the stream, they grabbed a hold of me. One of these guys grabbed a hold of me, and I didn't know what to do. I panicked. And I with my lightning stick, I have the ability to shock people, and sometimes it paralyzes them. And we were in the stream, we were in the creek, and I paralyzed him, and we fell into the creek, and I'm small and I'm weak, and I couldn't pull him out of the water, and he couldn't move, and then I just watched him drown.
That's
and then I finished running.
I'm sorry for asking.
I don't know why I told you that just now.
Yeah, I was expecting like a mouse or something. Yeah.
No.
So now that Top Knot kind of shared that, can I ask Top Knot, so what really happened to Scarlet? What do you think of him?
He was trying to hurt people.
Does Trip know about Scarlet?
Does Trip know about Scarlet? You don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know. We don't know.
No, I mean, like, does he know like the whole backstory with Scarlet? Was he privy to that conversation?
I'll just say that Ty knows what he knows. Ty's playing it as he should be playing it.
I wasn't aware that Ty knew things that he didn't know.
Since the beginning, he was trying to hurt people, even after we tried to convince him not to. One of our first missions, quests, adventures, whatever, was to go into a base of these people, and he tried to kill everyone in it, even after we were begging him not to. And he tried to do it with a bunch of other people, and we kept just barely, in most cases, stopping him. And when we were up in Sirius, I thought he was going to do the same thing with one of the guards there. And he, I don't know, maybe I was angry, maybe I was scared, but he threw the guard into one of the portals, and I pushed him into that same portal. I figured it was just a matter of time before he killed someone on my watch, and then I would have been guilty. It would have been my fault, and I knew I couldn't have stopped him.
Well, this is just a carnival. Do you guys want to go inside and eat this astral?
I told you before, I don't want to eat any cats. They have diseases. They're going to make me sick, and no, we shouldn't eat it. I told you that.
Fine. You don't have to. Trip, did you have any words before I just skip completely over you?
No, I kind of internalized what he said, piecing some things together.
Oscar is going to start heading back inside his cabin.
I'm going to follow, feeling less jipper than I did just a couple minutes prior.
So the three of you enter the cellar doors. We'll say it's already closed. Oscar walks in and says, hey there, Garamond. Garamond shouts,
pineapples.
Oscar just Oscar just screams back at him.
Wait, we don't get time before he gets there?
No, Garamon's slow.
Wasn't he inside the house?
Yeah, Garamon's just like standing near the cellar door.
Near the open cellar door.
I'm saying it's closed right now. You two hear Garamon shout pineapples as you hear footsteps above.
Well, I hear him shout pineapple.
Yeah, you hear him shout. Yeah, he has no idea where you guys are. The lock is open. The door is still shut. You can choose what you want to do.
So wait a minute.
That was the code word. Oscar the Grouch is back.
Yeah, but like we're already in the basement that he didn't want us in.
We spent so much time trying to open this goddamn lock. Let's just open the door.
Yeah, we're gonna open the door
together, one hand each.
Yeah,
one on top of the other.
Yeah, of course.
Like I'm gonna wrap my arms around Ironhammer like goats,
and we ride off into the sunset.
You guys open the secret door as Oscar starts preparing the astral meat. Trip and Top Knot, you guys can sit at the table, do whatever you want to do. He's going to start chopping, seasoning, and grilling this thing.
Where did Felix?
Damn it, Derek, what's in the door? That's all I want to know right now.
Can I ask Oscar if he wants any help cooking?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind just taking some of the, I mean, there's not much fat, but whatever you can, just cut some of that off.
I'm telling you, this thing carries diseases. We should not try to eat it.
I'm going to whisper to Top Knot and say, I'm not going to eat it, but I feel as if we should at least help, prepare some of the meal for him since, he did give us a bunch of free stuff since we've been here and he's been very kind. So I know you made your little beat off machine, but,
it's a knife machine?
Yeah, same thing.
Beat off.
I feel like we need to do something else to help him.
I'm just gonna silently go through the library, like the bookcase, see if I find anything of interest or any history books or anything.
Yeah, you can check through the bookcases. Most of the books that he has are from his childhood in Cirrus. A lot of children's books, just general information. As Oscar and Trip are grilling these pieces of meat up, Ironhammer and Felix, you guys open the door, and inside you see various heads tied up to string hanging from the ceiling.
Are they animal heads or people heads?
Roll a perception.
Tell the difference.
A perception? I don't know what the difference is.
They're pretty gory, I guess.
Perception would be 19.
These heads are very, very rotten and very old. Above each one are sort of plaques. I mean, it's basically just wood that he tried to carve into the name of each creature. So he's got a bloated, grayed carcass, not carcass, but head of a yeti, a bear, a seal. And there is an empty, we'll say, space in the far corner. It seems like he's been collecting this for many years.
But there's no people heads.
Nope, no people heads.
All right, creepy, but not illegal.
Felix, do you want to roll a wisdom?
So he presses flowers and collects heads like a normal, well-adjusted human.
11.
So you're almost like throwing up at this point, especially being a vegetarian, seeing these rotted, bloated heads everywhere, just swinging back and forth. But what you realize is the smell of death is coming from here. Even after cooking, that smell was still permeating upstairs. Oscar is going to finish cooking, thank Trip. Would you like a piece or all for me?
I'm pretty full from earlier. I think you're okay to eat it.
Oh, thank you. He will sit down and start start trying to eat it, but it's very tough. It's almost like jerky. It almost has like a yellowish tone to it.
Ugh.
Like somebody with like Lyme's disease or like kidney failure,
Liver failure.
It looks like kidney failure.
liver failure. Yeah, it's like yellow. It doesn't look
Just
appetizing at all.
jaundice as hell.
Is there anything else that we could see in that room that would lead me to believe he's a cannibal?
No, you're the only one that thinks he's a cannibal.
We just walked into a room filled with severed heads.
As I said, severed collection of animal heads. There is space at the far corner.
Yeah,
Is
for a human.
Is there a plaque over the space like that would lead us to believe what he's waiting to collect?
Just an empty wooden plaque. Nothing carved into it yet.
And there's nothing else in this room.
Nope. Besides the pressed flowers in the previous room.
Besides the pressed flowers.
I think
There's more flowers in this room.
so much.
No flowers in this room. What was that, Ty?
I said I think everyone's just missing Scarlet so much.
I was
I've
just
developed a
thinking
taste.
about how this would be like perfect for Scarlet. Like if this was Scarlet, he would have killed the hunter and then put his head in the blank place. That would have been like
And,
poetic.
and then fed the rest of his body to us.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we missed Scarlet.
Maybe this is Scarlet. In disguise.
So yeah, during this time, he's just going to keep eating as you guys.
All right. Should we sneak back upstairs? There's no other doors, no other.
No. The only way to get out is the ladder.
Okay, I'm gonna close the door and relock the lock, and like spin the numbers so it doesn't show that we just left it on the compo.
Yeah, now it's 7335.
Nice. What a coincidence. All right, I'm gonna go back to the ladder. Is Garamond still there? I'm gonna whisper in giant to Garamond.
There's a closed door.
Giant.
It's a trap door. You can hear through a trap door.
Yeah, loud enough for him to hear and quiet enough for no one else in the room to hear.
Well, I'm still drunk. All right, I'm gonna try. I try to discreetly talk to Garamond and ask him if the coast is clear.
Let me have you roll a stealth, since there's not really a whisper check.
True. Stealth, probably not great on my end. That would be a 7.
My passive perception is 12.
Yeah, Ironhammer, you're like Felix, you're kind of annoyed that that Ironhammer like took the first step, because you're
I'm the only one who can speak to
friend.
Garamond. He's our lookout.
But he understands common. You're not expecting him to talk back to you.
But he just was. How else are we going to know if the coast is clear?
Felix, your door friend just starts screaming at the top of the door. You all hear this at the table. Garamond kind of like struck with fear almost.
Does he scream back?
Well, no, he side eyes the rest of the guys at the table, and they're just staring at him. He'll just slowly lean down and go, "Ah," and kind of go back up like a guard and just stand still, still side eyeing, hoping that nobody noticed.
Was he actually saying words, or was that him just screaming?
No, he just
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
I don't understand that dialect.
So, Ironhammer, you believe, since Garamond screamed, it should be clear.
Just gonna throw the fucking door open.
They can see the trap door from the table.
Yeah, they can see.
Garamond's not blocking the door at all.
He's standing next to it like a guard, like a bodyguard,
Like a bouncer.
like a bouncer.
I'm gonna slowly, very slowly, as to be almost imperceptible.
So Ironhammer, if you can roll me one more stealth. Okay, with a 13, you the guys kind of suspect something's going on, but you are able to lift the door.
We're staring right at him. The difficulty class has got to be like a 30 at this point.
Yeah, you can only get maybe like a couple centimeters without them actually seeing.
What can I see out of those centimeters?
You can see feet.
Wait a minute. Can I do something before you open that door?
Wait, no, it's too late. The door's open. All right, I'm going to cast.
Fuck.
I have an idea.
I do too.
I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy and make my voice really loud and booming. And I'm just going to shout and I'm going to make it sound like it's coming from outside. I'm just going to shout, help. Oh, wait, I don't think I can do that. Well, I can make my voice boom up to 3 times as loud as normal. And I can also create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point within range. So I'll leave that up to you whether that means I can make my voice happen from that range or not.
What's the range? And does it have to be something you're seeing?
It's just a range of 30. Just a range of 30 feet, it says. So it doesn't say I have to be able to see.
Okay, I'm going to say you can make a loud sound that almost sounds like a yelp 30 feet away, we'll say by the tree line. However, the 3 of us, Oscar, Topknot, and Trip, all have to make wisdom saving throws.
I rolled a 7. I go flying out the door.
Wisdom is 16.
Okay. From outside, the 3 of you hear the screech of some kind of creature.
An eagle.
It's enough to alarm Oscar, who has already finished about half of his meat, to stand up and look at Topknot, and you both think that you should probably figure out what's going on. However, Trip, you just think it's a random animal.
Oh my God, that could be something scary like a cat. We definitely should not go out there.
I think we should go check it out. I mean...
That's because he's in a mood to murder.
What if something's trying to take the astral?
What's his face? The big guy.
Garamond.
Did he react to it at all?
Oh, that's true. I didn't tell Garamond the plan. So.
Oh yeah, he's definitely alarmed. He didn't get to roll wisdom. He's just always on his heels.
He's just always alarmed.
He's ready.
Garamond, come with us.
He's in a constant state of panic.
And that's not him saying okay to Topknot. That's just him just scared as shit right now. And he will follow if you guys head outside.
Let's head outside.
I'm not going first.
Oscar will lead the way with his trusted Bowie knife. The 4 of you will exit. Oscar ready.
Once they're outside, I'm opening the door and climbing out.
Yeah. The 4 of them will walk over towards the astral. You guys see there's nothing missing. There's nothing else here. Felix and Ironhammer, you guys can exit the door, and you are now just in the cabin by yourselves. I don't notice anything. I mean, I hear weird sounds, but that's the first I've ever heard that.
You think?
Did we hear the noise? Did the astral make any noise when we were facing it in Illuminique?
Kind of like a screech.
Did that sound anything like this?
No, the astrals was more what we can say like guttural.
Okay, so I don't think it was like more of them.
No. You guys don't recognize the sound at all.
I don't know. Oscar, you know this area better than any of us. Did that sound like anything familiar?
No. I mean, it sounded more of like a cry for help than an attack. But I don't see anything, so I guess we could just head back in.
Do I hear anything else?
Ian, I think it's just a one sound.
It's just like, oh yeah, I think. I mean,
do I hear anything else?
I mean, you can roll me a perception.
You hear your own heart beating.
16.
I mean, you can hear the winds whistling through the trees and a couple of animal calls in the distance.
It's that way.
What do you mean it's that way?
I just heard another noise.
Yeah, I mean, I hear like random animals rustling. I don't hear any screams though.
Yeah, I can't really tell the difference between any of these things.
I mean, if you want to keep going, we can check it out, but I'm fine with going back inside.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy out here.
While they were outside, I want to have grabbed another bottle of wine from outside, and I'm just going to be sitting at the table.
With your 6 bottles now?
No, they drank the other bottle.
Yeah, but he brought 4 in.
Just 2.
Oh, he already brought 4 in.
The first time he brought 4 in.
I thought I only brought 1 in the first time. Now I'm gonna bring in another one anyway. Just like slowly start multiplying the bottles.
Okay. You've got 5 empties and 1 half filled now. The 4 of you will walk back inside and see Felix and Ironhammer just getting their party on. Oh, there you go. Where were you at?
Just out back checking out the stock.
Oh, did you hear that sound?
Didn't hear the thing.
That's strange.
You ever keep any trophies from the things you hunt?
Why? Not really. I mean, there's the bodies outside. I don't really take care of, but that's about it.
He doesn't take care of the heads either. So
no.
I'm gonna take a seat next to Ironhammer and pour some more wine.
I pour him a glass of wine.
Ironhammer, can you teach me how to be a functioning alcoholic like you?
Just keep this up for 200 years. You'll be there in no time.
Have you ever drank so much that you just get really, really, really honest?
That's what drinking does. That's just normal.
Maybe I don't want to drink anymore.
Turns off your social filter. I say nonsense. I pour him more wine.
Trip, can you roll a perception?
In a sippy cup.
While that's happening, I'm going to ask Oscar. So is there any game that like you haven't killed yet that you just want to kill?
Ty, did you have a number or are you just resting now?
18.
18. Got it. Perfect. Thank you. Go back to what you're doing.
It hurts my back. Like,
you get one of those standing desks.
Oscar will say, I mean, I'm always looking for something new. He says as he scratches his neck, and he's going to ask for some more wine. Man, my throat's just dry. And what Trip notices is his face is getting a little flushed. Do you mind pouring me some as he reaches over to Ironhammer?
Pour him a glass of wine.
Roll perception.
Perception. Natural 20.
You notice the hair on his arms is standing straight up.
You feeling all right there, friend? Looking a little peaky.
Yeah, I don't know if it's this wine. It's been a while since I've drank. Why, Felix? Why did you ask?
Oh, just because it seems like you killed a lot of stuff. I was making conversation.
Oh no, yeah, no worries. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I try to keep. I try to keep as good of a stock as I can get.
Did you eat any of that astral?
Yeah, you saw me eat the whole thing.
At the
table.
I told you not to eat.
Moron.
I told you not. I was kind of just focused on the alcohol here.
Felix, can you roll me a persuasion?
I really like that reaction.
Fuck. That one.
So you said you were in the woods, right? Just looking around. You sure about that?
I did not say that I was in the woods looking around. Ironhammer said that.
He said you two were out back.
We were out back, yeah.
Yeah, we were getting more wine.
Yeah.
Besides that, what else did you do?
We just had some quality bonding time.
Yeah, we're dwarves. We did dwarf things.
Dwarf things, like get into small spaces, maybe.
No, like write our names in the snow with P.
You know I don't believe you, right?
I'm gonna say to Felix in Dwarvish, I think he's on to us.
Yeah, Oscar's gonna reply in Dwarvish. I'm on to you, motherfuckers.
Does he actually do that?
I don't know. We'll figure it out later in editing. But that's all he says in Dwarvish.
Shit, so he actually does speak Dwarvish.
Yes.
Why does everyone speak Dwarvish?
I know, like everyone fucking speaks this language.
We're always trying to be sneaky with Dwarvish and it never works.
listen, I invited you all to have dinner at my house, and
Is he speaking in common now?
common. He doesn't. I don't appreciate people meddling in my peddling, referring to his pressed flowers.
How long were you waiting to say that?
I just made it up on the spot.
Meddling in my pedaling.
Look, everyone has hobbies.
Yeah, of course. Hobbies. You didn't happen to see anything else, did you?
Nothing that would make me think you're a crazy murderer.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh my
Or
God.
a deception.
Or a deception.
Well, I think. Well, they're not the same bonus. So which one would you rather you do?
Let's make it whatever gives you a disadvantage.
Fuck.
Since you're still drunk.
That puts me at a 11.
So let me ask you, what do you think the last spot is for?
No idea what you're talking
Last spot of what?
Is it for an astral?
Yeah, for an astral. Top knot, roll me a perception.
I knew he was a murderer. I knew he was a cannibal murderer. And you guys believe me.
Am I rolling anything with advantage or disadvantage because I am pretty intoxicated?
Disadvantage.
12.
He's got a lot more gray in his beard and his hair than you remember. And it's longer than you thought it was.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Who is closest to me right now?
I think I'm sitting next to you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna say it's a rectangular table, so three at each side.
I'm just gonna whisper loud enough for those next to me to hear.
I think something's wrong.
Roll a stealth.
You wanted to shouting it.
17.
We'll say Ironhammer and Trip can hear you. And Felix and Garamond are on the other side.
Does his hair look different to you guys?
Longer and grayer, you said, or greener. I couldn't hear what color.
Gray.
Oh, grayer. Okay. Yeah, he's looking pretty old.
Oscar, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Insight check.
I'm just gonna say to Garamond and Giant, get ready to smash.
I rolled an 11. That's with disadvantage still, if I'm still.
Yeah, he's not all right. You don't need a high check for that. Garamond's going to reply to Ironhammer real quick and say, because he knows Oscar doesn't understand him.
I don't trust this guy anymore.
Hey, that's why I said get ready to smash. We'll smash them together, buddy.
So you mentioned about his beard and everything growing and turning gray. Are there any discoloration in his eyes?
Yeah, I'm going to say his pupils grow and turn black.
I'm going to put my hand on my morning star.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my lightning stick and get up from the table, back up a couple paces.
Well, I wouldn't do that so fast. In an instant, he grows fully white fur. His arms grow triple the size, and he flips the table. Standing in front of you is a were polar bear.
Fucking hell.
A whaler bale.
A whaler baler.
So I'm going to say all of you except Topknot and Garamond are now on the floor.
Oh, God.
You will need to take an extra turn to stand up.
Why are we on the floor?
He flipped the table.
Standing up doesn't take a turn. It just takes half your movement.
It's half of your movement speed.
Half your movement.
So the table had a bench? Like, I don't understand why flipping the table put us on the floor.
I'm thinking like you had like your arms and elbows and it just kind of threw you off balance.
Oh, okay.
It's the sheer force of it.
If everybody would like to roll initiation.
Rolling for initiative.
Oh my God, initiative.
Do they
always say initiation.
So do those on the ground roll disadvantage?
Yes. On the ground, roll disadvantage.
15.
10.
12.
12.
Ironhammer, you can start us off. Well, you are right now on your ass.
I will use half my movement to stand up. Is he wearing anything that has metal on it?
No, his clothes are now in tatters.
I really want to use that spell.
Me too.
We're not using heat metal on him. I'm not making it that easy.
I throw a spoon at him and then he... Damn. All right. Well, I guess I'll just, I'll do the normal stuff. I'll cast Bless on my compatriots.
That's a D4 to attack and saving throws?
Yeah, 1d4 to attack and saving throws. I will say, oh God, what was the word? Hullabaloo. And turn on my Morning Star. And if I can, is the table between me and him? Like, how did the table land and how did we land?
Yeah, you're on the opposite side. I'm going to say the table is like flipped halfway on its side.
Do I have enough movement to somehow get just like right up in his face? Like either over the table or around the table? I've got 25 movement, so I use half of it to stand up.
Yeah, it's pretty tight quarters.
Okay, so then I'll use the rest of my movement to just get like right up in his face. And that's it.
All right, with Ironhammer moving in front of him, Oscar, the polar bear, is going to try to bite and claw at you with a 14 to hit. With his double attack, unfortunately, he misses just due to the tight quarters. Next up is Top Knot.
Okay, so how far is this guy from me?
From you, he's about 10 feet.
Okay, and he is right on Ironhammer. So since Ironhammer is my ally and was within 5 feet, do I get advantage on the attack for my sneak attack?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm going to use a sneak attack and try to get this. Never mind. I rolled a 10.
Did you roll your plus your?
Oh, yes.
Bless.
Your bless.
Yeah, you get an extra D4.
14.
Yeah, that just hit. That hits.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. So he needs to do a Constitution saving throw.
That's just a natural 20.
Okay, he would have taken 6 points of damage, and then he would have been stunned for 15 seconds, but he rolled a nat 20. So I guess it's just, what did I say, 6 points of damage.
Okay, and what do you hit him with?
That's my lightning stick.
Okay, yeah, you'll run up as he misses Ironhammer and just kind of jab him in the side. He takes 6 points of damage. He's just super insulated with the fur and the blubber at this point.
He just takes it.
Next up is Trip.
I'm going to use half my movement speed to stand up. Then can I drink? I'm going to drink my lightning in a bottle potion. Do I have time then to go and touch Oscar?
I'm going to say it's the same as Ironhammer. You have time to get up next to him, but you don't have time to do any kind of touch or attack.
Can I sneak behind him then? As my motion?
Roll me a stealth.
9.
No, because Top Knot's taser did not stun him. He sees you trying to run behind him. You can still make it back, but he knows where you are. And finally is Felix.
All right, so I'm going to use half my movement speed to stand up. And then for my action, I am going to cast Flame Blade. That's a bonus action. So I'm going to, since I was right next to him, can I attack him?
Yes, you would already be on his side.
All right. So I'm going to try to, stab him with my Flame Blade.
Yeah, you got some dope spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for a druid.
Yeah,
that spell seems decidedly not very druid-like.
Yeah, if you just want to roll a hit.
A 19. Okay. So it's 3d6 damage. Okay, so it's 11.
Okay, yeah, you get this thing. I'm going to say you go on its other open side on the right and get this thing pretty solid in the body. As it just sizzles as it goes inside of him, and you yank it back out. Now it is Garamond. Garamond somehow misses.
Well, there's a lot of us clumped around, so maybe he can't reach him without hitting one of us.
He can reach over us.
Yeah.
Yeah, with you guys surrounding Oscar, he can't even get a break to get in. Right now in the corner, he's just kind of shadow boxing, trying to get it out.
Just screaming.
And back to Iron Hammer.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon, bring back the anvil, and I'm gonna hit him with an anvil, which it would be a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, that does 11 points of damage.
Oh shit. Anvil again?
Yeah, I'm gonna just right into the chest with an anvil.
Yeah, you slam this thing. You summon a giant metal anvil and slam this thing directly in the chest. He hits the wall, cracking it a bit, taking 11 points of damage. At this point, he is pissed. The closest one to him is Felix, and he's going to dart towards you.
Wait, hold on. I still have an action.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, that's a bonus action. Spiritual Weapon's busted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so he hits the wall, taking 11 points of damage. He's still up and breathing.
Now I'm going to hit him with my Morning Star. That would be... Oh, shit, what's my strength modifier? That is a 16.
That hits too.
21 points of damage.
Holy shit.
I rolled almost the max. I get 2 d8s and 1 d6 from that. And I rolled a 7, an 8, and a 6.
Yeah, Oscar is now bloodied. He's fucked up. It's his turn now. After taking that hit, I mean, where did you aim?
I just right where the anvil hit. Can I retcon that? I want to use the mace to smash the anvil into him at the same time, like baseball bat it. So the mace and the anvil hit at the same time.
You summon this anvil. There's not much space around you guys, but you summon this spectral anvil in front of you. Swing your frost mace at it as the anvil collides in the middle of Oscar's chest, sending him flying backwards into the wall as he takes 36 points of damage. It is now back to Oscar, and he's going to rush towards Felix.
33 points of damage.
33 points of damage. What's that, Andrew? But anyway, he rolls a 15 to hit Felix. Okay. He also rolls an 18 to hit. He gets two attacks.
Both of them hit?
The first one, he dashes at you on all fours and slams into you, throwing you through the cabin wall, just bursting the wood. You are on your back outside, covered in blood and snow. As he then rakes his claws against your chest, you take 15 points of damage.
Fuck.
You guys you and Oscar are now outside the front door, where the traps are located. And then it's Top Knot next.
So this creature now has its back facing me.
Correct. He's now on top of Felix.
How far away is my machine?
Well, it was on the table, so I'm going to say it's probably like 3 feet to your left on the floor.
So I want to pick up the machine. I want to put my tyrant knife in the hand. I wanted to activate it with like just pushing it, and then I'm just going to walk up to this thing, holding the machine out. So it's just into its back with the tyrant dagger.
You'll have plenty of movement if you just want to roll me an attack.
Ooh, I rolled a natural 17. I don't know what you want me to add to it.
That hits.
Cool. So normally the tyrant dagger does D4, either D4 or D4 plus 1. I have plus 1 written on here for some reason, but it'd be like D4 for a dagger. But I don't know if it's getting double attack or anything since it's moving quicker.
Roll me a D6.
I rolled a 6.
Now roll me D4s for damage. You stab him 6 times in the back.
Oh, geez. Okay. So I'm doing 64. Okay. Whatever the first one was 1. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many am I at?
Get one more.
12 points of damage.
Okay. How do you want to do it?
Oh my God. I want to kind of be
Oscar, I'm so sorry that we have to do this to you, but I told you not to eat that meat.
Okay. And then I'm just
Your little spider robot just starts stabbing this polar bear in the back 6 times. And just the amount of blood this thing has let out, it just collapses on top of Felix.
Is dead?
It's dead on top of you.
Is it still in where polar bear?
Still a polar bear. You're going to need somebody's going to need to roll strength to get him out under.
Garamond.
You say, I can't touch it.
I wanted to use my flame blade to just like cut out of its back and climb through.
Like
Okay,
Luke
Felix.
Skywalker sleeping in a tauntaun.
Felix, be careful. It might be contagious.
You might turn into a polar bear.
I'm already covered in its blood because it was on fucking top of me.
That's true. To be fair, you also already could turn into a polar bear.
Felix, just roll me a dexterity.
9.
You cut this thing, but it's not enough to get out. You're just opening its guts onto you
Oh, fuck.
as you're still underneath of it.
Can someone get this off of me?
I ask Garamond to very politely go lift up the werebear.
Garamond will easily, with one hand, just pick it up and throw it to the side.
I'm going to walk up to it and cut its head off.
Oh, God.
He's gonna hang it downstairs.
You've now got the body of a polar bear and the head of a polar bear.
I'm going to walk to the basement, open the door, I'm going to go into the basement, open the locked room, and hang the polar bear's head in the last spot.
What do you carve in the wood?
Douchebag.
Gotcha.
I follow Felix inside and I grab the little pamphlet, that small pamphlet-sized book, and then I just whisper,
Well, I guess we saw how the night went.
Anybody want to give me a high five?
Why?
Are you asking that in character?
Yes, I'm asking that in character.
are you still outside?
I'm pretty drunk. I'll give him a high five.
Wait, were you outside? You weren't outside to begin with.
No, I was never outside.
Why do you want to do a high five?
I'll give him a
Because-
high five. I'm drunk. I'm excited. We just killed a polar bear.
So lightning in a bottle, I get charged with static electricity.
Yeah, man.
So my plan was to go up and slap the Oscar, but now I'm just charged with the static electricity and I need to discharge it.
Why wouldn't you just like touch something?
I thought it'd be funny.
He did.
Wait, all right, high five.
All right.
I got one shot.
You only take 2 points of damage.
No,
You get like a
that's
little
That's all that was gonna do.
Hey, Trip isn't a fighter.
2 points of damage is acceptable for a solid high five.
Yeah. Just a meaty high five.
Yeah.
It shocks a little, but
Yeah. I don't even think it's from the shock. I think we just hit hands so hard.
All right, I'm going to return up to stairs and say to my comrades, so like, now that we've emptied this cabin, you guys, and it's now nighttime, you guys want to sleep here?
It smells pretty shit. I'd rather just sleep outside, to be honest.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of
really
used to
shite.
it now. I mean, we were eating food and things with the smell already, and I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of nose blind to it now.
I say to Iron Hammer, well, it looks like we can drink as much of that wine that we want now.
Oh. I like the way you think.
how much more wine?
We'll stay
was in
inside.
there?
There were still about 14, 15 bottles.
Whoa.
I'm going to
All
keep
right,
one of the bottles.
We'll drink
Keep
the
one
rest
of the
tonight.
what? Keep one of the
drink-
bottles.
Yeah, we'll drink the rest tonight.
I put 5 bottles on the table and I put the other 10 in the cart.
I want to look around the house for valuable stuff.
And I will write that I have 10 bottles of wine in my inventory.
I'm going to say, Top Knot, you spend the night searching around the rest of the home, the rest of the cabin. But the rest of you guys can get all sauced up again.
Again, as if we ever stopped.
I was going to say that was a very brief murder in an otherwise pretty good night.
Yeah.
It's a little small murder at the end.
Garamond's going to say to, I guess, just Iron Man.
You guys are monsters. I thought I was bad.
What?
Just
You mean
We were
monsters as in we're really strong, right?
You just cut the head off of that thing. That one cut the head off and tied it back up.
He doesn't know that. He's never been downstairs and he's too big to fit down there.
He saw me cut. He knows I cut the head off.
But he doesn't know the creepy thing you did with the head.
I don't think I can continue anymore.
No, did we just lose a friend?
Our favorite giant.
My favorite giant. No, get up. Just stay for one night. We have more wine.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh, fuck, my persuasion's... Actually, my persuasion's okay. That's the only charisma thing I have that's not garbage.
He's going to drink all the wine himself.
I rolled a 16 on my persuasion.
Listen, it's been nice having friends.
It's getting late.
Sun's getting real low.
Sun's getting real low, big guy.
I will stay the night. However, tomorrow when we reach the end of Illuminique, I will exit from there.
You're a true friend, even though you didn't help us kill the bear at all.
Yeah, you guys can settle for the night with this even more stench of death surrounding you guys as the winter night approaches.